There are times that you don't really need to say an awful lot, and the picture in front of you just says it all. This is the review on the Optoma UHD65. Let's take a closer look. So the projector on the left is the Optoma UHD60 and on the right it's the Optoma UHD65. Now I am going to be doing a head-to-head comparison on both of these projectors next, so if you are in the market to buy one of these you may just want to wait until we've done that review. But this video is going to be concentrating on the top one here, which is the Optoma UHD65. It comes in a bit more expensive than the Optoma UHD60. In fact, in the UK, it's around £700 more expensive, but there are some key differences for that extra cost. So although these projectors look very similar, in fact the chassis is identical, it has got a slightly different internal. You have got an RGB colour wheel which you don't have on the UHD60, and also on this one you have slightly higher contrast ratio at 1.2 million to 1 opposed to the 1 million to 1 on the UHD60. The connections on the back are all the same and again very comprehensive and everything that you would expect from an Optoma. The lumens on this machine is 2200, which still means that during daylight hours you get a very good picture, as you can see from what you're looking at now. But it is when you go darker, that's when you'll really tell the difference. But if we just go into some 4K footage to give you an idea of what a light room, so this is with the blind up, it's a very light room on a light day, you're still getting very, very good footage. In a second we'll put this head to head with when it's actually a dark room, and so you can really see the difference. Okay, so if we turn the lights out now and shut the blind, then again you get incredible difference, and the picture here is amazing. It really is stunning. The contrast ratio at 1.2 million definitely seems to be a difference to the UHD60, but again we'll do that in the comparison head to head. If you are seeing horizontal lines, then you can rest assured you don't see them in reality. That's just the camera frequency that we're using. Okay, now head to head. So this is with the blind up compared to with the blind down. You can see that there is a big difference, but it's definitely very watchable. I don't think it would cause too many people too many problems watching the left-hand image during the day. So therefore, if you are wanting to watch day sports or a film or a movie during the day, then don't worry about having to be completely blackout. But certainly when you do close it, you definitely get that feeling of being in the cinema and a much better experience all round. Another great feature for the UHD65 is the ability to have pure motion. Now, pure motion will just smooth out the image so that you don't get that juddery effect which you sometimes do with cheaper and more inferior projectors. Just creates a nicer watching experience, especially when you're watching sports or movies. Now, you do have vertical lens shift with this projector. It will shift it down 15%, although there is no keystone correction. So you do need to make sure that you position the projector centrally, but you can then adjust the height of the lens. So in terms of the delivery of the picture, I think that most people are going to be blown away with the quality of the 4K image. You don't really notice the fact that this has got less lumens than the 60, but you do notice the extra contrast ratio. And I think that when this is calibrated, you end up getting a brighter image. But what we'll do is we'll spend time comparing those two images together in the next video when we look at the comparison between the UHD60 and the UHD65. Now, if you're in the market for a slightly more expensive one, then I'll leave a link to the Laser 4K, which I reviewed earlier last year. And if you want a cheaper one, well then go back and watch the UHD60. So at the time of doing this video, the UHD65 in the UK was around £2,500 and in the US it was around £2,300. So it's not cheap, but it does deliver an incredible picture. But make sure you subscribe, guys, because we're going to be checking this out against a head-to-head with the UHD60, and that will be coming next. Thanks as always for watching this video, my friends, and I will see you on the next.